think it's doing something. In today's video, we're going to be testing out if we can engrave on Slate. So this is a 20 by 20 serving tray, and I just bought it at the local store. It was about €3, and it's solid stone. So let's do some tests on the back of the piece, just to see what settings we're going to be needing. My name is Randy, and I like to make art and do crafts. So I decided to put it on some wood, because if you put it just underneath, it's going to be way too far away from the laser. It needs to be, I think, about between 3 and 6 centimeters from the laser. So I think this is about 2 fingers, so about 4.5 centimeters. So the first thing we need to do is to focus our machine. So I'm just going to turn it on. I'm just going to use the manual buttons on top to put it about in the center of where I want to test my engraving. Something like that. So as you can see right now, it's a line and we want it to be a dot. So I'm just going to turn this little wheel and see if we can get it to become smaller. So clockwise was making it bigger. I'm turning it anti-clockwise. I think we're getting there. Can you see that tiny dot on there? If I pull this away, you're gonna see it's quite big. The camera is blowing it out quite a bit, but I think it's small enough. I'm just gonna turn it off for now, because I had so many requests in previous videos to show how the app works. I'm going to be screen recording my app so I can show you what I'm doing. So first of all, I'm going to set the language to English, because a lot of you have said you couldn't find it. So you go to the top left corner and push on the little guy. Then you pick the bottom option, and then you select the second one from the top. That should change your settings to English. So as you can see, the whole menu is now in English, and we can go and connect the device. So I'm just gonna turn on the machine, and I'm gonna open the app. And I'm going to go into my pictures, and I made a little design. So I'm just going to pick that one, and I'm just going to go next step. And I think just black and white will do just fine. Next step. So I'm going to connect to my engraver. Next step. And here you can see it's going to be way too big. I want it to be a lot smaller. So I'm just going to pinch my fingers on the screen and just go like that. Let's see where it's going to end up. So I'm just going to press my targeting. I want it a little bit to the right. Does that look like it's centered? I think it is. That's probably going to be fine. So I'm just going to go to the next step, and I think I'm going to pick, let's see, just go for the bamboo 10 watt. You can pick any material. I'm just going to do this one. So let's just see what we can do. I think I'm going to go for 100% power and 40-ish speed, or let's do 50, and let's put it on 4 repetitions. I don't know if it's going to work. We can always stop the machine if it's not doing anything, but let's just put on my safety goggles. I always forget this step, and I'm just going to press start, and it's just going to upload and start. So let me put my little screen in front of it so you can see the dot a little bit more. But it's just going over it, and it's actually, I think, kind of quick. It's not that big of an engraving. I'm not smelling anything. Let me take a closer look. I can absolutely see. That's the problem with these glasses. They take away your view, but if I'm looking at my camera screen, when the laser is lighting up, I can see the top of the heart. Maybe we got lucky again. If you haven't seen my previous videos where I engraved on terracotta and on a fresh leaf, yeah, that was a weird one, but I got the settings right the first time around. I'm just guessing. I haven't watched any videos. I haven't looked up anything. I'm just guessing. And I think I might have guessed right again. Can you see that little line behind the laser? I think it's doing something. But let's just wait. It's about halfway done, and this is all real time. I'm probably gonna cut up some pieces because otherwise the video is going to be way too long. But now, if this works, I need to think about what I want to do with the front. So if you have any suggestions on what I can engrave on the front of this, leave it down below in the comments and I will see if I picked one. And I'm probably gonna show the end result on my Instagram. We're about 60% almost. So I don't like asking this, but I looked at my stats of my channel and I was actually kind of shocked that 96% of you aren't subscribed. So you're watching my videos but not subscribing. Please, it will help the channel out a lot if you like, comment and subscribe if you like the video. If you don't like the videos, if you don't like me, don't. I'm just doing this to try and help others, but please, if you like it, please subscribe. It will really help out the channel. So now it's just going over it a second time. I'm just gonna let this run. I'm just gonna stop the screen recording here because, oh no. So what I did is instead of stopping my screen recording, I stopped engraving. So it just had one pass and a little bit. Okay, now I'm stopping my screen recording. Well, I don't think I can save it. So I'm just gonna take my glasses off. Yeah, that was a mistake I'm probably not gonna make again, but let's just see what it did with one pass, because you saw it. It just went over it once. Can you see there's a misalignment? I didn't touch the machine, so something went wrong here. It's perfectly engraved. It's like I'm rubbing, there's nothing coming off. So it worked with just one pass. So I picked the bamboo 10 watt setting, put the laser on 100% and I had the speed at 50. I put it at 4 passes, but because of my mistake it only did 1. But 1 is, as you can see, more than enough. I'm gonna try it again and see if I can make it better and I'll show you. So it is done. It took quite a while, about I think almost 20 minutes, but I don't see a big difference actually. I think maybe even this one looks a little bit better. It did make 4 passes. I'm gonna try and see if I can show you with my phone. It's slightly deeper inside of the stone. I didn't have that same shifting, so I think maybe I knocked it somehow. I have to watch the footage back, but I just did the same setting, so power at 100 and speed at 50, and this time I made the full 4 passes. So I'm probably just gonna put in some B-roll of showing you how deep it is. It's not as deep as I want it, but well, you can engrave slate with my DAJA DJ6. So please leave a comment down below what you want to see next, and well, thank you for watching and I'll have to see you in the next one. Bye everyone! So I just wanted to come back on here and show you how I fixed my mistake. What I ended up doing is just scraping off the letters that had the little mistake on it. And I just used my sharp pointy thing. As you can see, it worked out quite well. So if you ever need to fix a mistake, be creative and well, you can make it work. Bye now. Don't mind the paw prints, it's hot in here.